So last year I did Little Witch Academia, and in the grand tradition of It's So Moe I Could Die, we're going to be watching Girls Last Tour. Full reactions are on Patreon, or if you want, you can pull up your copy of Girls Last Tour, Episode 1, Starry Sky / War, and press play on it when I press play, when the timer reaches 0. This could be fun. I imagine it will be. It's the whole point. God, that would be so depressing. I watch this show and I just hate it. Viscerally, like, it makes me angry. Now, it's a zombie apocalypse, right? I think. Starting out all dark and creepy. A little bit too real before we get into the Moe nonsense. Although that would be my assumption. Is they're going to, spend a lot of time making it so cute before they hit us with some of the more scary shit this kind of show? We'll see. Is that floor gonna give out? Seems incredibly wasteful to be driving this thing unless you have some kind of purpose for it. That was a really good musical drop there. Alright. What the fuck is that? Oh! Oh, dude, I thought it was a tank! A small tank, but still. I take it back, whatever the fuck this thing is. Yeah, bring it wherever you're going. Military grade tricycle. Okay. A little bit of 3D there. Okay, if everything else in this show is creepy except the two main characters, I'm so gonna dig this visual aesthetic. Yeah, no shit. Um, because you're saving fuel? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I mean, I can't imagine it'd be much more light than the flashlight. Ooh. Yeah, like, you. Is being down here the reason you two are alive? I mean, how fucking big is this place? No, actually, in terms of spooky season, this is definitely more appropriate feeling than Little Witch Academia was, though that did have the whole witch thing. That's some pretty intense snoring. Okay. At least you two seem to get along. It'd be really horrible if you didn't. Yeah, to practice the grand tradition of just sleep off the hunger. Are we getting little hints and flashes at the backstory? Hmm. Maybe it was just like a nuclear apocalypse, not a zombie apocalypse. That seems to make more sense for the imagery they're showing. Well, darn. I don't. What is she doing? She eating? What is she eating? What's up? You see light, light. Saw the glint. Well, there's a spark, not a spark, a little ray of light, like. Why did hitting her helmet that was over there do that? I mean, if it works. Okay, I'm more curious about this complex than I am about anything outside. Like, how massive is this place? Why is it so difficult to get out? Like, what Stanley Parable labyrinthine nonsense did you find yourself in? Like, wait a second. This might be the show right here, girls. Like, I assume that a lot of the place is, like, buried in snow or something is what we're gonna see, but even then, it seems like they were showing the place to be so massive that that alone doesn't explain it. Okay, not buried in snow. At least they didn't come out midday. That would have been a tough eye strain. A random shooting star. I'm not celebrating getting out. I'm happy for you two, probably more likely to live because of that whole situation, but hang on, I'm pretty sure the TV show you guys want to be doing is inside this weird place. Don't drop it. So they're really on their last legs. Anything's good at that point. Okay. Yep. Vampire moment. Shh. Yeah. It must be freezing too. You know, all that gear, they're still. I mean, granted, they're hungry too. It's not helpful, but all that gear they're wearing and huddled together, and they were inside before, and they were still that cold. They gonna shoot the cans, possibly? I mean, fun's fun, but isn't it food finding time? Gonna cause an avalanche at some point. Oh, oh well, I'm gonna assume that was the more impre. Someone else is shooting them. What? It disappeared before she pulled the trigger. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's necessary at this point. She's a medic, that's okay. No, but they both have the cross on them. I mean, I'm assuming they're not gonna show it if they do pop up, but bodies, those would be where you'd look for rations. Or if they do show it, they're probably not gonna like show it directly. Long ago. Why long ago? I had the general impression that you were around for all this shit. That confuses me more than a touch. I can, God, I can only imagine they were down there for a few months at worst. Like, are we talking years? Long ago's weird language for anything less than years to me. Like, even though decades, honestly, it makes sense long ago being the term. They do that? Maybe they're just like role playing. Intrepid explorers. Bodies might end up just being skeletons. That'll at least give us a better idea of timeline. But then again, it's so fucking cold, they might be more preserved than other situations. If it is a nuclear winter. Those things. How easy she lifted that up, that was impressive. Yes. Food, right? Okay, I guess that is useful, but food is the short-term need. Hey! I say hunker down for a meal here, and then, put together a useful, okay, I was gonna say a useful pack to carry as much as you can. This works too. I will say, I wasn't expecting to actually be interested, plot-wise, in who the fuck these girls are, just because I didn't expect there to be anything to it. But here we are. God, how easy it'd be to slip off that thing. Yeah, probably not. Oh god. Oh god. Landing in the snow, hopefully. Last remnants of humanity died like that. That's about right. Dude, the design aesthetic of this show, how it's all playing out, I am in love with this. I think this is only one season. I hope it's a total story and not like it gets cut off like a lot of anime do. Still waiting on a continuation for Little Witch Academia one day. That'd be great. I need to watch that movie still, though. I don't want to, partially because it's just over. Split it. Nah! Actually, no, this makes more. She fucking with you? She's fucking with you. Really? Over one chocolate bar? And you need each other, like, you're fucking with her, right? And like, it makes sense, like, you take the extra one this time, she takes the extra one next time, but that's the only thought process. Calling the bluff. If you, if... wait, are you the two sides? You have more... Ah! It's just like, it makes sense for one of you to take the extra this time, the other get to take their turn. But I think one of you is a little bit more food obsessed. That should actually hurt. I can't really say the morality of holding a gun on a close friend holds up in this world, so I'm not going to dwell on that. I think the last two survivors of an apocalypse can damn well do whatever they please. You bitch. I don't look up the studio behind this at some point, because this is the kind of backgrounds that they draw. I want more of it. Doesn't doesn't totally make sense for them to be from both sides because their uniforms kind of look similar, but maybe yeah, their hats are different though. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, their uniforms don't actually look all that similar. I do think that they're both medics, though. Is probably why they'd be the most amicable with each other compared to two random soldiers finding each other. Yeah, these are probably two different... Yeah, okay, I get it. I think. Soundtrack and the background ambiance stuff is also just stellar. There's your wallpaper for you. I expected to enjoy myself mostly for moe factor, like, oh, this is nice, this is fun, maybe a good story, but this, I did not expect to actually be engrossed in the little details of world building. And the two girls, I like them, but they're the least interesting part to me so far. Not in like a bad way, just I need more time with them to become more interested in them. Okay, but we're only I don't know if we're gonna get more characters as the show goes on, or if it's just gonna stay these two. It'll be impressive if it just stays these two. That's pretty hard to pull off in a writing sense. This was really good. I'm looking up the The studio. I said to stop. Alright, I'm looking up the writer and the publisher. Oh, that's the manga. I still am curious about the writer, but publisher is less relevant for this one. Writer for the anime. Studio White Fox. Holy shit. Okay. I'm starting to feel why I was so into this. This is the studio behind Re-fucking Zero, my favorite anime for those who don't know. I'm also quite fond of Kame ga Kill, and one of these days I really need to finish Steins Gate. I'll probably do a rewatch of that series to properly get to the end of it one day. Because I did Steins Gate, time travel type story. Nah, not fully. More complicated than that. And I did love it for what I saw, but I never ended up finishing it for, whatever reason. I was enjoying it up to the point I stopped. I also saw Goblin Slayer, and I generally enjoyed that. Devil is a part-timer. I haven't watched the second season, but I did enjoy the first season back in the day. Back in the day? When did the first season come out? What's it say? Can't find it again. I lost it. There it is. 2013. Oh. I didn't even realize it was that recent. I thought it was further back than that. Good God, it's ReZero Studio. Okay, who's the writer, too? 'Cause that's gonna matter. Of the manga, I mean. Mainly just known for Girls' Last Tour, huh? Okay. Grave of the Fireflies. Huh. Regardless, I was already excited for this show after following the first episode, seeing it was White Fox that made it. I'm like, wait a fucking second. Are they cooking here? Next time.